Is your microphone off still?
No, I turned it on.
Okay.
Still nothing. There it is. What do you do? Why does it take this long every time?
Well, because it just levels adjust. Your voice is not very consistent, so it's always I have to get a new level.
I'll show you what consistency is. A consistent punch to the fucking face.
I'm sure your ass is consistent.
Never got any complaints.
Here's to that.
Cheers. I have a story, too, about the boy who wouldn't turn off his devices.
You know what?
You know what happened to him?
All right.
You know what happened to him?
What?
He bothered everyone because no one would ever think that they would that they were paying attention, that he could actually pay attention to them. So they ostracized him, and no one respected him because he didn't respect anybody else. That's the saddest story ever. That is the story. I'm calling it. Hello.
Well, I have an epilogue to that story, to that boy that kept his devices on. The boy tweeted Tim Meaner, the writer from Feud, who watched our recap and mentioned it on Twitter.
Oh, my God.
Look what he said. He said, so much insight, so much bird's nest hair, so much.
I am proud for you.
Isn't that amazing? I'm proud for us.
Yes, look at us. We are famous.
I surprised him, Poodle, on camera. I told him how to surprise.
I am surprised. And that's an authentic surprise.
Tim Meaner. Meneer, whatever. Whatever.
Now he's gonna what? Because you called him meaner.
Meaner. What? I can't say it. You know, I like his writing. I love his writing. I don't need to know his name. I looked him up. He wrote Zorro, the one in the 90s. I love Zorro. Love it.
Because of Catherine Zeta-Jones.
No, that's the movie. I'm at the television show.
Which one was that?
That was one with
the one got canceled.
The guy. He ended up being the vampire in Monster Squad.
I never saw that movie.
I remember thinking it was a really good movie, and then I watched it like 2 years ago on Halloween, and it had a bunch of fag jokes.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay.
What are you, some fag?
I guess Tim Meaner wrote it. Meaner. I can't say his name now. You've messed me up.
Let's just start the show.
Can we just read our YouTube comments?
Should I vamp while you're looking it up?
No, it's fine. We've got comments. Tell everybody about if they want us to review the logo show.
Oh yeah. So
they got 2 days.
That's right. We only have 2 days. I did say we had one more comment.
Oh God.
So everybody, please in the comments tell us if you want us to review Fire Island on logo. That would be a kind of a companion piece to our Finding Prince Charming recaps, which we don't want to do either, really. But I can guarantee you this: I'll need to be drunk for those because.
Oh yeah, full on drunk. Mm-hmm. I am a little bit looking forward to doing Finding Prince Charming again because it's just such a fucking awful show. I just want to read logo.
I kind of am looking forward to seeing them try to clean up their act and it being awful. Or even worse, it be boring.
And then laughing at their face.
Yeah, and them try to like portray good gay men. I bet it was so hard to find one who wasn't a prostitute.
It's hard enough the first time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got some comments here. So we got 4 comments this week.
I wouldn't be a valuable site. I've done my time.
Oh wow! You know what? I
remember looking at.
I haven't seen any of these.
This is the one that I really enjoyed.
Here, well, why don't you go ahead and read it first?
All right, thank you.
This is true. And I'm sorry. This section of the show is called
T for Two and T for You. Is for
you. Oh, we're a little hot.
I'm a little
We're
angry.
just going to help everybody out. We're
Let me
a little
tell you,
hot.
I've had a long day.
You know what? It's Easter. Get off the cross, Jesus. We need the wood.
When I'm tired, I have a lot of rage. So
when I'm tired, I have a lot of lazy eye.
You can tell that. It's kind of like which ones you have to pick which one to look at.
It's true.
But if I sound angry at anyone out there, it's not rage at anybody else.
It's just his soul.
It's just me being angry at the world. This is from Khalid Watson, who I think followed us from Feud.
Okay.
Our feud recap, which we're happy to get cross promotions.
We have. Yeah.
Come like bees that drop their pollen off in other flowers. But that's sexual, so
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry,
That's real sexual.
So Khalid says, "Holy shit! That moment when you're stoned and watching YouTube at 3:47 a.m. and it starts talking to you at minute 3:10. I'm disturbed and honored." Because I think we read his comment on Feud.
Oh.
And he was watching it, and he was confused because we were actually talking to him, and he forgot he put a comment on it and didn't know where he was. You know what? That's the power of drugs, and you know it's legal now in California, and
Good for you, Khalid.
you know what? Expand your horizons. You know, I say as long as you do drugs safely and it's not hurting anyone.
Sure.
Probably not meth because I think that hurts you a lot.
It's true. Ooh.
And other drugs.
And Khalid. Ooh.
That's a
That
Arabic
name's
name or don't
Well,
tell
he's-
Trump.
Well, he's already got he's the one up in our book.
Although his last name is Watson, so
All right. Okay, so we got a comment from Nix. We haven't had
Hello, Nix.
comment. Oh, you know what? Oh, I love that makeup, Nix. All right. Some thoughts on Gingerdale. There's still a theory
Gingerdale.
There's
No more
still
singing.
a theory that
I'll stop.
Archie and
tempted you.
Cheryl are somehow related. That makes everything that Archie and Cheryl are related. That makes everything creepier. Alice Cooper.
I would agree.
It does. Alice Cooper is becoming my favorite character, and I don't trust Ethel.
Second that. Ooh, you don't trust
Ooh.
Ethel.
She said they're making her the
Interesting.
victim, but it seems fishy. And then she says, thoughts on your show. I need to try that gay reference drinking game. My birthday party is
God.
coming up, so I
know
guess
what?
it's the perfect time.
Put
Love
us on,
it as always.
Put us on the background for a gay reference drinking game. You'll be gone in 10 minutes.
I'd say a good 7.
You can go out to the skating rink all drunk
Oh, the skating rink.
for a birthday party.
You know, that's what we did too. Skateland.
we
Where did
had
y'all
skate
go?
birthday parties. Ours was called Skateland USA.
Because those names are so original.
Yeah, what else besides Skateland? What else can you name a rink? But ours did had USA do it, which was I think it was red, white, and blue too. It was really awful.
Did you have? Were you a good
Surprised.
skater?
You know, when after I'd been around, after I'd been, I had to keep practicing it. It's like skiing too. Like if you haven't skied in a while, you can almost forget how. But we'd have skating parties all the time where where people would, and so I went to 3 in a week, and I'd be good by the end. Now I'd usually run into a wall, and I'd fall all the time and hurt my butt. You've seen me skate. I'm okay.
Oh, yes, I have. I've seen you skate in a dinette dress.
No, neither of us
And
were
none
very
of
good
us
at
were
that.
very good
But
at
that's
that.
not on a rink.
You know, that's not on a
rink.
rink. It wasn't a floor up to code.
I
would say put us at the Moonlight Rollerway,
Oh.
and we just do fine.
we'll be doing Starlight Express.
Starlight Express.
That's not one of the songs.
Starlight
That was
Express.
just on
I
Family
love
Guy.
you.
That's not what it says.
I don't know the lyrics.
It's a song called Only You that I like, but that's about it.
All right.
Anyway.
Are we ready to jump into this?
Jump in!
We got tea bags
Oh,
coming.
my love!
That's a good song.
It is.
Yeah, but we won't meet.
That was a commercial. It was a commercial where children were just jumping on trampolines, or the
It was
blanket
dryer
throwing
sheets.
them up. That was
it was
what it
dryer
was.
sheets.
Thank you.
I was just thinking, why do I think of laundry whenever I hear that song?
The power of
The
advertising.
Power of advertising. If
I'm
you
doing
remember
this
that
tonight.
commercial, if you're stoned,
If you remember
Khalid, and
if
listen
you
to
remember
that
that commercial, I'm sad.
this is Jesus talking to you now, Khalid, saying, go back to college. Yeah.
Get that MFA you've always wanted.
All right. Oh, what a useless
I'm
decree.
sorry if anybody ever says I'm thinking about getting my MFA. That means they are completely directionless. They could just spin them around in a room. They could go wherever. Just remember that if your girlfriend or boyfriend says, "Should I go for my MFA?" Get out of there quick.
Well, and if your boyfriend says, I'm going to go for my MFA, he better be with another man. Yeah.
That's Master of Fine Arts, by the way.
You know what? Google it. All right. Who's going to go jump into this first?
Me. All right. First of all,
Yes.
I want to talk about now. I was a little tired going into this. I won't belabor that much more.
Take a drink every time Poodle says he's tired. Get you drunker than gay shit.
But I was tired until a certain event came where they did a dance-off.
Oh, you're jumping right into it.
Yes, between Veronica and Cheryl.
What did you say? You actually said... You said
I'm revived.
That's what you said. You went.
I think I said I was tired, but I'm now revived.
You did. Continue.
I'm doing this kind of because I've sung so much today. Long story short, my voice is kind of up here.
Oh God.
Sorry, everybody. So I'm going to sound like Edwin from Mary Poppins. The
dance off.
Yeah. So, did anyone's dance team at their high school dance like this? Because other young boys, heterosexual young boys, probably got erections while watching this.
Big time boners.
Yeah, that wasn't clean jazz step touch dancing. There was a lot of boob slapping.
I was on the mascot. I was a mascot, so
I've never heard this story before.
So I did have to do some of the cheerleading dance, and there wasn't a lot of that booty shaking. It was more like this,
like fun jazz stuff. Yeah. Yeah, like fun body gyrating, kind of quirky.
Yeah.
There usually wasn't a lot of leg extensions, pussy drop, which I think I saw a couple of times.
Well, although, that was the sluttiest dancing I've ever seen.
It was, but I was impressed.
I was impressed, but I literally thought at one point they were just going to raise...
Not to slut-shame girls.
No, I'm not slut-shaming. No. I'm all about sex positive, but at one point I thought they were going to raise their shorts up and show their vagina lips and start dancing with their lips But we are from the South, and I do know that
we're a little prudish about.
But there were the
do.
Good Baptists and Church of Christ girls that couldn't dance on Sunday, but literally on cheerleading night would be like there was a little bit of humping.
They got the devil out of them.
Yeah,
they danced the devil out of them.
I think it was like Amy Proctor
or
whatever. I don't remember her name.
Cares about
I don't remember her name, but.
Anyway,
yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot, but I still enjoyed it.
It was great. I enjoyed it, and
then with Veronica won. Spoiler alert.
Speaking of Veronica,
good segue.
Yes, speaking of Veronica, my second tea bag, my first tea bag, your second, is we wondered where Miss Pornglass's glasses went, and apparently Veronica found them because those are the.
She was looking over the receipts from her father. I'm sure a high school girl can understand.
Yes, with big
heavy
glasses.
Financial receipts. She puts on her glasses and she's smart.
The costume designer, and the costume designer. I know you're going to talk about this later. It does such a
don't step on my point.
It does such a good job in this show. Can't they just order like fucking Warby Parker or some type of glasses?
Or maybe she just didn't need glasses to say that she was smart. And she's like, I've been going over these financials.
Like, why don't you just give her fucking opera glasses?
Yes.
That would make more sense for the character.
I agree.
It would.
Or like an accountant's hat, that green accountant's hat. And she was like, and that calculator with all the rolls. Yeah.
And then she pulls out and she like rips it off and she smokes and she's like, fuck. Throws it down.
We're in the red.
We're in the red. You know
what? All these taxes.
And opera glasses would make more sense, too, because remember, they're slumming it. They're broke now, so she might not be able to afford glasses.
It's true. I had a hard time thinking that no one had gone over those financials before Veronica.
Well, because that's what high school children do.
They go over their parents' financial records.
Mm-hmm, all the time.
I agree. My second one, to piggyback off that costume
okay, let's
idea.
piggyback. Okay.
Boy, we are just like...
We are. Look at us.
I am just picking up what you're putting down, as they say.
Mm-hmm. And with your hands for once.
I was just going to say something sexual. Listen how... I'm going to apologize
Oh,
right
my
away
God. We get it.
For me talking much higher than I normally do.
You know what? Because he sang, which basically meant he was being a professional homosexual for 4 days. Singing at his church gig for Jesus because he sings at a gay church.
This was. It's not a gay church. It's an affirmative
They have
church.
rainbow stained glass. It's a gay church.
Both the priests are homosexual.
Like it's so gay friendly, it makes me uncomfortable.
I know. I kind of want them to condemn something.
I know. Growing up,
have a problem
yes,
with something.
Growing up Catholic, I'm like, someone tell me I'm going to hell.
Oh, I know.
So I feel
just
like
natural.
Yeah. Anyway,
set some boundaries for
Let
God's
my
sakes.
people go.
That's a complete non sequitur. But anyway,
I know spirituals.
Shut up.
Sweet little Jesus boy.
Stop! I'm gonna take your microphone.
I sing that every year for Christmas. They made you be born in the manger.
Please tell me you didn't sing it in dialect.
Oh yeah, didn't know who you was. Didn't know you come to save us.
I'm going to put a stop to this now because this is awful and weird.
I was this little
anyway.
queer.
My next teabag.
My organist wanted me to do it.
I'm sure. My next teabag has to do with the costumes. Again, you know how this costumer is so specific. We need to find out who does this.
You know what?
Him, her, probably.
Tim
a shout
Minear,
out.
tell her we love her.
The costumer, whoever it is, we thoroughly enjoy you.
Tim Minear also wrote on Lois and Clark. And
I loved Lois and Clark.
I know. And
Terry Hatcher is a national treasure.
She is. He also wrote on Angel, which I haven't seen yet.
I wonder if Tim Minear knows Supergirl people. Because
I don't know. We know Supergirl people,
we do.
Tim Minear.
That was gross. Let's not say that.
Fine.
Anyway, we're so gross in Hollywood. It's fucking nasty.
Well, it does know Supergirl people because Greg Berlanti works on the show, and Greg Berlanti he's the executive producer of that.
And he takes our notes.
He does. Show this to Greg Berlanti.
I am shocked at how many notes that we've given that has been taken.
Yes.
Anyway.
All right.
The next thing I have to say, talking about costumes. So Archie had this he has a green shirt and he had a blue cardigan on. Mm-hmm. And anyone who sees the comics, Archie wore usually it was probably like a Riverdale sweater or something. Mm-hmm. But that was totally like anyone who reads the comics would have kind of lost their minds there. Mm-hmm. And I love it. And then when Jughead and Betty are at the movie, Betty's wearing a sweater with a crown on it like Jughead wears.
Yes.
I love that. Little touches like that. I love it.
We gasped at that sweater.
I've rarely seen costuming that is this creative.
I
Wonderful.
Agree.
Kudos, costumer. Kudos, costuming queen, who's probably a gay man who wears caftans.
It's true.
Nothing wrong with a caftan. I
Nothing
can't
wrong with
wait
a
till I
caftan.
can wear them. Okay. go ahead.
You know what I love, and I'm sure that you can. I am loving Betty's mom. I am loving Alice Cooper. They brought her back.
School's out for summer. Sorry.
But, boy, talk about some great parenting advice. She's like, Mom, did you tell Dad everything? I did. And he used it against me.
And
I made a mistake. And she says, he used it against me. You should never talk about everything. I mean, that sounds like something your people would tell you.
Like my mother would say, what her father told her, promises are like pie crust. They're made to be broken.
Wow. That is wow.
My mother's family was kind of a sad home life. But anyway.
But I will say
it's
this.
hard to drag down the episode.
Woo. But the reason I was going to say this is that
Drink.
I like that because, we kind of think that now Betty's not going to talk about Dark Betty, but boy, it sure paid off at the end with Jughead and Betty.
I agree.
And then like I said, Jughead and Betty, who knew I'd be on that train?
I'm so on that
but
train.
But they brought me, I love that couple now.
I do too. I'm going to declare the couple very good. I'm going to put my stamp of approval.
Okay. Very good.
Very good.
All right.
Good.
What's your...
Number 3 for me. So we're at the party, which Jughead did not want to have, or they knew Jughead wouldn't want to have.
They knew they wouldn't want to have it.
And first of all, they're late, and Ethel's there, and Ethel's already sad. I mean, she's just got a sad look on her face.
Barb.
Her name is Ethel.
I just want her to be in a Chuck Lorre show so she can be happy for once.
So,
and that's Mom, not Mom though.
She was a new film.
That's a good show.
So then, Kevin and Joaquin are there, the serpent boyfriend.
And you were upset that they were kissing without tongue.
Yeah. Well,
Wasn't realistic. Come on, if we made out
closed mouth.
If we made out with a biker guy at a party when we were high school,
it would be.
You know
it would be like gross.
your mouth would do like what a snake does when its jaw detaches, and you would just encompass its entire head. That's exactly what would happen. Kind of like when you made out with that guy on a bar, and he bent you over and laid you down on the bar and made out with you.
And we were told to get off the bar.
By the way, that wasn't a gay bar either.
It wasn't.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't.
Mm-mm.
You know what?
I think it was a Houston's.
It was someplace it's not it's not there anymore. But that's not saying anything for West Hollywood.
Probably closer to.
Anyway, saddest party ever. So Veronica comes in and crying about her father.
Oh, yeah.
Archie's upset about her parents' divorce. It is literally the atmosphere like of a dead dog. It's like
true.
someone. It's a sad party. So thank God Cheryl and
thank God
douchebag.
they came.
What's his name?
Well, and also it's
Clint.
Chuck. Chuck Clayton is back.
You know
what
you love Chuck.
Chuck rhymes with fuck.
Stuck.
As in fuck mine
Patootie.
Fuck my man pussy, Chuck.
Gross. Oh!
No! But what I was going to say, even in that party in the scene where Archie's like, I'm so sad. And Veronica's like, why, Archie? And he's like, my parents are getting divorced. and he's like, why are
we're in
you?
a different show.
He's like, why are you sad? And she's like, my father wrote a letter saying that he would kill me and my mother if I didn't testify
kill her.
against him.
He would send the
threatened
mom
her.
to jail, too.
But, poor Archie.
I
I'm
know,
like,
everything
come on.
everything got real
Parents
sad.
are getting divorced. It happens. Welcome to life. Also, this is just an aside about that party.
Oh, here we go.
Tim Meaner and Greg Berlanti, I have a bone to pick with you. Meneer. Or let's...
they gaslit us
They
terribly.
did. Talk about clickbait. Does anybody remember what they showed on Next Week on Riverdale last week? What did they show?
Or even the preview of this. It was like shirtless Archie, and there was a man with a pig head on
yes,
it.
and it just jumping it. It's like jumping it
looked
down.
like a
Beer
scene-
was flowing.
Looked like a scene from Porky's.
Yes, it was like Bacchus Delight.
Bacchus Delight.
That sounds like an ice cream. Doesn't it? Sounds like a new
No,
Ben and
but we
Jerry's.
saw it, and I had to rewind it.
Yes, we did. They showed like 1 second of it at the beginning
And
of the
you
episode.
know what? That wasn't even in there.
Wasn't even in there. We got a little bit of shirtless Archie at the end of the bed, which I appreciated.
Yeah.
But still.
You know what? You're going to get a strongly worded letter from me about that.
Yes. Tweet. A strong tweet.
Yes.
Anyway.
No, a letter in longhand.
Next time. I think it's now
My
my
mother
point.
still
I was
writes.
literally just talking about your point still. You got me revved up. What were we talking about?
It was about the gas. We were gaslit about the.
You were talking about the party.
Yeah.
Okay, I ended up talking about Chuck Clayton's abs. Ooh. You know what that party did, though, remind me of? Because I did think that, like, with them coming in and they talked about everything in 20 seconds. But didn't you have those type of high school parties? Like, where just drama, that was needless drama happened that didn't need to happen?
Like, kind of like in a circle outside around a fire in a barn.
We had some of those, too. But, no, I remember one party we had. I think it was my junior year. It was like my first time I went to
some house parties, but most people's parents didn't get to
There
go
was
places.
drama at this one. I remember it was a fall party in October. Was it a Halloween? It was a Halloween party. And I remember that Jimmy Newcastle was pissed off because Carly Cantrell, she went to the FF parade with Donnie Fuller.
Future Farmers of America.
Yeah, but she didn't fully break up with Jimmy Newcastle, so he thought they were still together, but Carly Cantrell thought they were broken up. So her and Donnie Fuller totally made out, and apparently he finger banged her.
And the end of that story is Donnie Fuller joined Mensa later. Because obviously everyone there is intelligent and went to a good school after that. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's a fun party.
Anyway.
Good times.
My next one. Or have you even told number 3?
I don't know where we are. No, that was actually a point.
I'm going to go on.
Just go.
Fuck. My number 4. I love this because we both even said that Cole Sprouse is the best actor on the show as Jughead.
He's great.
He's the best one. And that speech he gives Betty when she's like, I don't know why you don't want to party. And he's like, I'm wired not to be normal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because I remember wanting to say that to people in high school. I remember wanting to say, listen, I'm just a weird person. And like all the weird kids hung around together. And Jughead doesn't have any other weird people.
Literally every weird teenage girl and every gay guy.
They would love that.
Kid, we're like sobbing at that.
Yes. And then he was like,
which is great. I mean, that in a good way.
He's like, I'm not like you. I am thee. And he even said, I'm the archetype, like the dark, no good kid, blah, blah, blah. I'm the one who doesn't fit in. And I love him. He said, have you ever seen me in anything but this hat? That's not normal. And I love being able to reference that. I'm sorry. That's what makes really good television. What? And that's really good writing. So Tim Minear,
Tim wrote Feud. He doesn't write this show, but
we're getting confused.
I'm getting confused.
The two writers of this show, great job.
You know what? Because I've seen recap shows before where everything is so.
Are you throwing shade at other recaps?
Well, not recap shows. I'm seeing of the reboots. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
Where everything has to be quickly explained in the first minute.
Yeah.
Or like.
I love it.
Or it makes sense, like that G.I. Joe movie. I was so excited about that movie.
I never saw any of those movies. They just looked terrible.
They were. But
it looks like those Smurfs movies that just make me angry to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway.
But no, they've done a really good, of slowly doing, but also everything that they've explained from the Archie universe actually makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels...
But it also feels 2017.
I know, but I know you hate this word, but it does. It feels organic. It does, though.
I agree. What's your next one?
Okay, let's see. What did I have? Oh, I was right. I told you I was right. Hiram, when Hiram does write that letter to Veronica threatening her, but he also says, your mother is not as innocent as she seems. What did I say for my tea leaves? I said, don't count Hermione Lodge's character out. She's going to have a fall from grace, and we're going to love her.
I'm just
I feel
still
like it's
not
gonna
interested.
Happen.
I don't know if it's the actress. I don't know if it's the ham-handed character. I don't think they know what they want to do with that character.
You know what? I dare to defy you. I'm defying you.
That was one of the worst callbacks I've ever heard. The next one is my last one is the game, the Saints and Sinners game. Every single secret in the last 8 or 10 episodes just came out in 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds.
And Kevin is like, talks to his gay boyfriend. Well,
Joaquin.
Mm-hmm. Which I love the name Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh my God, this is intense. He's like, I can't breathe. That's like how I was.
That gay?
Yes. That's like how, see, don't make fun of my high-pitched voice right now.
Did you say things like, I can't breathe when you were in high school?
I think I probably said, oh my God, I can't even breathe right now. Probably. I was such a little fairy. Like, looking back, I would have said, I don't know. I can't. Not like you have anything to talk about. Anyway, I just put that the game was so intense, and I loved it that Veronica accused, without even dropping a beat, missing a beat, when she accused Cheryl of having sex with her brother, Jason. And Cheryl was just like horrified.
Yes. You know what? I actually wrote that down too. That was because we've all been thinking about that. We've mentioned that before.
Well, they suggest it with like every time they're together.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
And then with Chuck suggesting, we told everybody about Dark Betty. And told her about wearing a black wig and looking like a prostitute, and so there was that. And then about Archie banging Miss Grundy, porn glasses.
Like it all came out. It's so weird to me.
Everything came out.
That all came out, but yet Veronica, and this was my teabag, all came out, but yet that at the end of the episode, Veronica still doesn't tell Betty that she made
That
out
is
with
true.
or potentially had sex with. I was actually surprised at that because this show normally isn't. This is
But
not.
I think that's going to be a sticking point with them. I think it needs to
think
be
so,
because in the
too.
comics it was.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that your rest? Is that?
That's actually that was my last one. Yeah,
You guys.
I mean, this was like a professional.
This
show.
was so slick.
Except for you know what? I'm going to re-edit this, and I'm going to be like, this show was a fucking mess.
Except also you farted at the beginning, and it went
You know
on.
what? That was off camera. That was not
All
me.
right.
That was your floor creaking.
All right. Also, okay, my tea leaves have to do with.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling. Here's.
I
my-
got a feeling. Ooh,
Just wait for it to
it's
subside.
not gonna be a good night.
He'll forget. He won't know the words, so he'll just stop. There we
That's
go.
all I know.
There we go. Now I can talk. Yes, that's what I'll just start doing. I just wait 5 seconds so you won't know any more words.
It won't be long, yeah.
So I predict mine's Alice Cooper centric. Something is there, and also that actress is too.
there that wasn't there before.
That's it. I'm that actress is too good for them to kind of not use. And I
She's
know
amazing.
she's going to have something. I'm really looking forward to seeing. I know something she did is going to pan out to Who Killed Jason. Or something that she does, or she'll come up with a some big reveal. I just know
She's
it.
very involved in a lot of things, like in wanting
Yes.
to be involved. She's looking across the street.
I love her. I love her.
I want my reading tea leaves was Alice Cooper as well. Her and Skeet Ulrich are totally going to bang because we found out this episode. And
Yes.
this episode, she used to be from the South Side.
South Side.
Is that what you said? That was really butch, wasn't it? Wasn't that
No,
butch?
it wasn't.
I liked that. That made me feel like Drake. Drake is cute.
He is hot, isn't he?
He is hot. Canadian.
and he's Canadian, and and he can actually sing and rap.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very talented.
We're gonna move on.
Very talented.
So, guys, that's
That's
this
the
week.
show.
I think there are 2 episodes left of this season.
Is that it? And only 2 left to feud as well.
Yes. Make sure to subscribe.
Subscribe. Always leave a review on iTunes,
Please.
which is now called Apple Podcasts, apparently.
Another thing to ruin
They're
our lives.
rebranding. So leave a review for that.
Also, leave us a comment if you want us to review that terrible, godforsaken feud.
The video's up right
Fire
now.
Island.
It's popping up, Fire Island. That's the video. Click on it, watch it, and let us know what you want.
I'm sorry.
All right. We'll see you next week. We love you guys. Bye.